Question of immunity looms large for Trump. News analysis. 3 years after Capitol riot, time is a crucial factor as judges hear argument. 3 years after a mob of his supporters stormed the U.S. Capitol, former President Donald J. Trump will make his latest and potentially most consequential argument this week for why he should not be held responsible for seeking to overturn the 2020 election. Impeachment proceeding, the House January 6th committee's inquiry, and two separate criminal investigations have established a comprehensive set of facts that Mr. Trump's deep involvement in overlapping efforts to remain in office despite his having been defeated at the polls. But when, or even whether, he will ultimately face a trial on charges related to those efforts remain unclear. One of the most decisive factors in getting an answer to this question will be the success or failure of the arguments his legal team plans to make on Tuesday in a federal appeals court in Washington. Mr. Trump's lawyers are banking on a long shot, hoping to convince a three-judge panel of the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit that the Constitution uphold him completed immunity from action he undertook as president. The assertion, while untested in the courts, has the advantage to the former president of chewing up time in the service of his strategy of trying to delay any trial until after Election Day. Should Mr. Trump be elected, he could seek to order the federal charges against him to be dropped. The pace and the outcome of the appellate challenges stemming from his immunity claim could also affect the timing of the three other criminal cases he is facing. The legal maneuvering is playing out against a backdrop in which President Biden is casting the 2024 campaign as a test of whether democratic norms and the institution can hold against Mr. Trump, and is push to convince voters that he is not a perpetrator of the chaos of January 6th, but a victim of an effort to silence him and his supporters. Mr. Trump has been making plans to attend the appeals court hearing, even though he is not required to be there, for the indication of how central fighting his prosecution has become to his political strategy heading into the Republican primary campaign. When Mr. Trump was impeached for his role in the events of January 6, 2021, his defense was that the First Amendment protected his baseless claims of voter fraud. The House had rushed its inquiry, and the Senate could not convict